Hay algo cuando apareció la operación y que hicieron allá, los Victor y Radio. Recuerdo que yo dije, en aquella época tenía mucho tiempo libre y escribía, ahora ni tengo tiempo libre ni escribo. Titulé aquello en 2 capítulos, Congreso URE El Bierzo, el mayor espectáculo del mundo. Y la verdad es que en aquella época aquello fue un espectáculo. Los que tuvimos la dicha de tener indicativo, está dedicado al DX, aquello fue una raya y a partir de entonces nada fue igual en las operaciones de DX. Allí vimos muchísimas cosas, como desde un sitio tan inhóspito como Ducie Island se podía hacer aquel tipo de operación. Y allí, al igual que ahora, pues 15 años después, como decía con motivo de la presentación de SV1JG Radio, podía decir, pude preguntar quien no haya trabajado en casero y intentándolo en al menos una banda que levantara la mano. Y nadie lo levantó, porque todos hicimos unos más y otros menos en función de nuestra disponibilidad, equipamiento, antenas, trabajamos en casero y por lo cual este año no nos planteamos a quién íbamos a invitar. Teníamos muy claro que queríamos a los ensayos porque entendíamos que ese era el sentido general de lo que existe en este proceso. Escribimos a Carsten, el Talimasei de Alfa Uruguay, el líder del grupo, para decirle que designara a alguien que viniera. Sabíamos que no había ningún hispanoparlante y Carsten se ofreció él mismo para venir. 2 semanas antes de nuestro congreso nos mandó un email diciendo que razones profesionales le impedían venir, pero que contactaba con Cliff y le había contactado con Cliff y Cliff se había ofrecido y pues este hombre ya sabéis que tiene una maleta de invierno y una maleta de verano preparada por si hay alguna operación y entendió esto como una operación y acá vino con 3-4 días de anticipación. Yo conocí a Cliff hace muchos años, quizás hace 30 años, con ocasión de aquella polémica operación de Monteatro, si se ha visto uno Japón, Guatemala, por donde se escribió tanto que habían introducido mujeres en los monasterios, etcétera, etcétera. Allí aquello nunca supimos la verdad, pero conociendo el carácter de ahí, echen la imaginación al vuelo. Desde entonces me he tropezado con él en multitud de sitios, él siempre en el lado bueno del paila, yo siempre en el lado malo. A mí tengo mi parte cuando utilizo el EA9. La verdad que fue siempre una delicia contactarlo, es un tipo simpático, de los tantos que utiliza o que hacen operaciones. Y yo particularmente me alegré mucho de ver 3 o 4 indicativos en el equipo de 6DX y cuando vi a Cliff sabía que los europeos del sur, hay que cuando dice fuerza en Europa, se cree que Europa es Finlandia o Alemania. Hay algunos que vivimos en el oeste, muy al oeste de Europa y en función de la zona así tenemos las dificultades. Por tanto, me alegré muchísimo y sabíamos que teníamos los Eco Alfa garantizados el New One, la nueva entidad, y por tanto también me alegré cuando Carsten envió el correo diciendo que Cliff no vendría. Yo ya sin más, agradecer de nuevo a Cliff. Yo soy de la opinión que lo ideal es ver y escuchar la versión original. Creo que Cliff no nos va a ofrecer ninguna dificultad en entenderlo en inglés, por tanto, pienso que si yo le interrumpo o él para haciendo las traducciones simultáneas, va a ser dificultoso. Si alguien necesita, levanta la mano y paramos a Cliff y lo traduzco. Si no, yo preferiría que él fuera del guión, porque seguro que lo vamos a entender todo. Pero reitero, si alguien necesita en cualquier momento algo, manda la mano, yo estaré muy pendiente, hacemos una pausa y traducimos. Ya sin más, entre los ingleses, Mike Jones.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think that my friend said my name is Cliff. Member for the Victor expedition. Since they announced K3NA in DL6LAU, they announced at the expedition at Dayton Hamfest in 2008. a lot of things they had to be prepared. Everybody said that it was a very good expedition ever. I think nobody has complaints about this expedition. Just maybe a few, they didn't work as with the rubber duck antenna. But anyway, this presentation, the first one, is a PowerPoint, and I'm sure that you will have answers why this expedition was so successful. So, we'll start. So, it seemed that, like a good idea at the time. Adventure, none. Bold or risky undertaking with an uncertain outcome. To design the expedition, there are goals, constraints, and risks. Design plan, risk mitigation plan, execution, and results. The risks, weather and sea, equipment failure, ship, boats, radios, antennas, food, camp, people failure, illness, injury, excursion, interpersonal. It was very important because Ducie is far away. The closest land to Ducie is 3 days by boat. And there's only one doctor, it's Margarita, the last island in the eastern part of French Polynesia. So unexpected conditions at island, on the air, and financial failure. DX goals, DX audience, project team, volunteers at home, on island staff, environmental and financial. The DX audience, working everywhere. Now, where is my QSL card? DX audience, be aware, know when I might hear you. Available on bands, modes, open to me. Be loud so that all know what's happening. Be fair, give everyone an equal chance, listen when I can transmit. Be predictable in operating style and pattern. Be accurate in logging. Fun, quick, work as fast, and send us the QSO now. The project team, on island staff returns home safely. Successful expedition as viewed by the DX audience. Have fun and return as friends. Try new ideas to advance the expedition state of the art. Environmental. Leave island cleaner than when we arrived. Minimal disturbance to wildlife. Make our observations available to science community. Population will be welcome at sensitive locations in the future. Financial. Invest dollar money for best results. Debt-free at end. Transparent accounting to all donors. Financial, transportation, and propagation. That's constraints. Constraints, financial. Limited tolerance for negative cash flow. Don't lose too much money at the end. As you can see, at the mid-January 2008, we were minus $125 US. One suitable ship, that was the Braveheart, which knew Ducie. They have the expedition experience. They were available between February and May. They can carry only 13 personnel, 13 passengers plus 6 personnel. And will meet us at Mangareva. The bad thing was that there was only one flight from Tahiti to Mangareva, once per week. We will be there with transport minimum, increased day-to-day variations in openings, limited choices of bands at any given time. Only channels for Europe, West Asia, focusing on low frequencies. So goals plus constraints plus engineering equals design planning. When to go, what to take, how to operate, who to take. Goal, be available bands open to me, constraint. Propagation, ship schedule February, March, April or May. Our main target from the beginning was to have a good opening, and we had to choose when we will go there to have opening with Europe, because Europe is very far away from Ducie, and as you can see on the maps. And if we had to go April 18th, as you can see, UA1 Papa misses common darkness by 3 hours and 44 minutes. On March 18th, UA1 Papa misses common darkness by 14 minutes. But on February 18th, UA1 Papa common darkness is 3 hours and 6 minutes. That means that most of the European countries can work us for many hours on low bands. So, for how long we will go there? Weekly flights. The sea transit is 10 days. Construct and tear down 4 days. Choices 16 days, 23 days, 30 days, 37 days. The cost for 10 days at sea, it was about 80,000 New Zealand dollars. But finally, we decided to go for 20 days. As you can see, it's 5,000 New Zealand dollars. Which is the best return of this vessel? Use cost per radio hour. Constraint, only 13 passengers, no more. Finally, 7 radios, it's 168 radio hour per day, and 13 hours per day for every operator. So I have to tell you that at Ducie, the day for us, it was 28 hours. We had 4 hours shift, 4 hours rest, 8 hours sleep. And then again and again we all this program for everybody, for every operators at the same time. So 30-day trip is 16 days on the air. That's about 76 New Zealand dollars per radio hour. Risk of bad weather, we had a risk for 5 days. If we would choose 23 days trip, the bad weather is 130%. The best, it was the 30-day trip, 16 days on the air, and the bad weather possibility is 32%. So this is Ducie. It's this side, this camp where we landed, and the west camp. We choose to be apart these 2 camps because we will be able to operate in the same band on SSB or CW simultaneously without any interference. So, landing point for all material, 4 stations at base camp, and we're meeting sleeping at this side. The west side, only 3 stations. Both sides, we have equal capabilities for any band alone. At this side, spread out antennas in line on beach. Order of antennas, push second harmonic bands further apart. We had the problem with 28 and 14 megs operation. And we have to keep coaxial losses below 1 dB. All operating position was identical. Simplified logistics, integration testing, one for sparing, installation and maintenance. Maximize flexibility, any position works, any button, any mode. So, what equipment? Telegraph K3 has excellent fixed quality, very low phase noise, excellent RH performance, all bands and modes, compact, lightweight, battery operation. Aircraft committed to our success, and it was indeed. We didn't have any failure. All the equipment were very, very good without any problem. The filters we used were made by W3NQA, which are very, very efficient. The antennas, above 20 meters, 20, 17, 15, 12 and 10 meters was VDAs. Very simple construction, but very effective. It's 2-element vertical yanking. It was homely design, monoband, telescoping fiberglass supports, 40 feet or 60 feet high, made by Spider-Beam. This is the construction. You can see the balloon is the normal one is using for the beams, and the coaxials in the current shock. Easy to move and rise. Just less than half an hour to finish its antenna. It was very, very easy. Everything was prepared. We had an acceptance test, less than 1.5 SWR. So, the elevation pattern over the salt water for vertical is 7 degrees, 10 dBi gain, and the bandwidth, the beam width is 24 degrees. The azimuthal pattern over the salt water is plus 10 dBi forward, minus 7 dBi rear. And the beam width 140 degrees. That means that we can cover, we're in the northern part of the island, we can cover a huge angle with very good results. We can cover Japan, North America and Europe without turning the antenna with plus 7 dBi gain. Homebrew. 4 square, full-size wire elements, Spider-Beam fiberglass mast. At this camp, we had 4 square antennas for 80 meters, for 40 meters, and for 30 meters. 4 square antennas. At the west camp, we had only 1 4 square for 40 meters. We had vertical Titanex for 80 and 160 meters. So as you can see, each pole of the 4 square had 24 elements. That means that in each square, 4 square antenna, we had 100 radials. It means 300, more than 300 radials for all the square antennas, 4 square antennas on each camp. We had homebrew combiners to change the antenna, and also we had to do this control with Cat5 cable. So this is the directions for 80 up to 30 meters antennas, 4 square antennas. This is the Titanex for 160 meters with more than 40 radials. Those are the boxes with the antennas. We had the spare parts for every antenna. And, those are the cables, the coax, the UTPs, and everything. I can tell you now that November 5 in the Alpha, Milt, and WA6CDR, Robbie, they sacrificed many of their operating hours to make us happy to construct beverages antennas. 3 beverages antennas, bi-directional, 200 meters each. They had to go through the bushes and the trees. So, beverages served with both camps. Both camps could use the antenna simultaneously. Users up to 60, 80, and 75 meters SSB, independent choice for each operator. You can see the antenna, you see bi-directional. This the one is 305 degrees, the other 15 degrees, the other 45, and the long path, the other direction, 125, 195, and 225. So what was in the middle of between those camps, the east and west camp? The distance is 700 meters each direction. So we had to lie down many meters of antenna, of coaxial and remote control cable. So, this is a QSO which happened February 21st at 13:12 Zulu, at 305 degree beverage. We had A45 XR, who has 1,600 kilometers in sun. It was daylight there, and we could copy him very nicely without any problem. This is another one from UA4 Hotel Bravo Whiskey with a 15 degree beverage. And finally, 95 Zulu Zulu, long path with 1,200 kilometers in sun. I was really good. Operator, talent mix, 8 top-band operators, 6H operating, 9 CW, 8 SSB, 4 RTTY, 11 contesters. We couldn't do a good and successful expeditions without the help of the Braveheart crew. They were very good, very professional, very reliable. There was the captain, Nigel, his son Matt, his fiancée Teresa, Rhodes, Nick, and Neil. Everybody was so good and so professional. Build, maintain, improve the camp. They did everything. Toilet and the shower. They had to move materials every day. Food, water, fuel, radio stuff, plus laundry. So this is our table for lunch, dinner, and breakfast. It's Proton preparing our meal. The barbecue was excellent. So those are the results for previous 3 expeditions. These people were essential to the team's success. So, here are the results of the expedition. Finally, we made 183,686 QSOs. 13% with Europe on 160 meters, 35% on 80, 46% on 40, 40% on 30, 29% on 20, 29% on 17, 19 on 15, 5 on 12, and 3 on 10 meters. As you can see, the best result for Europe was 40 meters. More QSOs than North America or Asia, 46%. So finally we've made this achievement. It still seems like it's the lower idea. Lots of records broken, no sunspots. The ex-community view, many compliments, 3,900 individual donors to date. We'll go somewhere sometime. Thank you. So, this was the presentation with PowerPoint, so we'll follow now with the DVD. We had about more than 10 hours of DVD, but finally we've got a small video, about 20 minutes.
Necesitamos un minuto para cambiar de DVD a PowerPoint. Si tenéis alguna pregunta para dar pausa de tiempo, si no, esperamos pacientemente. No question for the moment. Quizás estamos demasiado impresionados por las cifras.
As members of the expeditions, DL6LA Ducie, X3NA, and 5IA, WC, CDR, SP3, DOI, SP5, XA Victor Yankee, DL3 DXX, DL6 FBL, DL8 LAS, Echo Sierra 5, Tango Victor, and myself. So this is Ducie Island. That's a view of the island. But we carry on with our departure from the airport of Tahiti to go to Mangareva. Around 5 hours flight. So the very early morning flight, about 5:30 in the morning. Carsten, DL6LAU, and Zandy, we are all around. This is Mild, number 5 India Alpha, and SP3 Delta, Oscar India. Yes. K3NA, this is Nigel, the captain, this is Tono, Sierra 5 Tango Victor, and Carson. This is RA3EU, Harry. That's Dietmar, DL3DXX, specialized for all bands. We arrived in Mangareva, at the airport. We have to take the boat. It's about 20 minutes to reach the harbor of Mangareva, where Braveheart is waiting for us with Robin on board, W6CDR, who had to go to New Zealand to load the boat with 2 containers, which one arrived from Europe and the other from the United States. So this is the boat. It's about 39 meters long, and he has a license only for 15 passengers. So we're on the way to Ducie now. This is SP3 Yankee Victor Robert. So for the expedition to have success, 3 things count. First of all, the expedition was very well organized. The second, we were very lucky, believe me, with the weather. We had rain only the first day and the last one. And the third, It was a good friendship. We never had an argument. We were very close and we worked like one man. So we started unloading the boat here. Unfortunately, we had the low tide at that time and the boat couldn't come on the coast. So we had to carry everything, the light ones, the generators, and the heavy stuff came later on when the water came up. And high and low tide is about 1 meter. Water is going up and down about 1 meter. Of course, there are sharks all over, but they're afraid of us and didn't do anything bad. We're very lucky. The weather was very good. The temperature during the day it was around 35 degrees, but very pleasant during the night. No mosquitoes, no insects. Everything was very fine. We have to be very, very careful. We wear special shoes because of the corals. The whole island is covered, as you can see, by dead corals. Those are the pelican cases with equipment, the computers, and all we need. It's a lot of stuff. They had only one kind of vegetation, just this kind of tree, nothing else. And 3 or 4 kinds, different kinds of birds and crabs. That's the first day we prepare our tents and our camp. Of course, the Germans had to buy everything from, they wanted to load the boat with beers. They couldn't make any contact without the beer. So Braveheart couldn't buy any alcohol. Okay, Braveheart couldn't buy any alcohol. It's not allowed from New Zealand. So they had to empty all the supermarkets in Hungary with beer. They had more than 500 cans of beer. They refused to operate without a beer. So between the two camps, we had a Wi-Fi connection to have all the logs at the same time and to the server. We had 4 generators, 6.5 kilowatts and 1 3 kilowatts. The bad thing with the generators, that those generators, they had inverters, and we had noise from the inverters. But finally, they managed with ferries and good ground roads. They could use it, and we didn't have any problem so far. So we had good tents to protect the generators from the rain. This is Robert, our official photographer. The crew of Rehab had to do everything. I mean, the tents, to set up the camp, and every day they had to carry what we need. This is the inside part of the island, is the lagoon. It's not allowed to fish over here and to eat the fish because they are poison. Their food is corals, corals are poison, and it is very dangerous to eat fish on the lagoon. This is our breakfast the next day morning. The expedition was so well prepared, we didn't miss a thing. We got everything. Or nearly everything. We didn't have bread. So the containers are ready, as you can see. They're lying on the coast of the northern part of the island. Trying to establish communication with the Wi-Fi antenna with the west of the camp.
Kilowatt Tango Select Yankee Lima 59. York set.
This is the east camp. We have 4 operating positions, 3 on this tent, 1 on the other one, at the other tent. That's the 160 meters vertical antenna, the Titanex. It's quite long. Was the 40-meter 4-square antenna. That's the Wi-Fi on a bamboo stick. So if we had strong winds, the antennas couldn't survive. There isn't any place to support the guide wires for the antenna. So everything was so fragile, but we were very lucky. No winds, no problem with the antennas.
My name is Ben. I'm on Ducie Island in the South Pacific.
Ben, DL6 FBL.
Papa 6 Delta X-ray, QRZ, on 245. Whiskey 5, Juliet X-ray, 59.
DL8 LAS, Andre. We use Winlock for our logging. That's Harry.
Panorama hoy. Ya está
Because the antennas have been at base camp. It took us 3 days to establish all the antennas and the equipment and to start operation. And 1 day to put them down in the sharks were very close to the seashore. You can see we have a very good support, technical support from Robin, W6CDR.
This appears to be the first time any of the expedition has made over 100,000 QSOs in less than a week of the year. This figure does not include the 1,034 additional contacts made on February 12th. All contacts were made at 7 operating positions by 13 operators. Enthusiastic support and tireless work by the crew of the MV Braveheart, Matt, Nigel, Nick, Broughton, Neil, and Teresa were essential to this accomplishment. Are you in the log on every band and node? If not, please give us a call. We're here to give you contacts with Ducie Island, an island at the edge of nowhere.
All right, gentlemen, let's show the world what we can do. We're just starting, and we'll see where we wind up.
Good luck.
Today is day 8. We will have 14, for sure, full days of operation and 2 partial days of operation. We can get quite far up this list and we're going to have a good time doing it.
Okay, good copy. Echo Alpha 1 Alpha Hotel Oscar. Echo Alpha 1 Alpha Hotel Ontario. 59.
This is the base camp where the 16 meters operation.
Down before Japan, Sierra, 59. Thank you. We'll make the Papa says Delta X-ray.
4059. USL J1 Delta Echo Radio, USL, destination Papa 6 Delta X-ray, 45.
Alpha Delta 5 into Japan 59.
Victor Papa 6 Delta X-ray, 60 URZ. Alpha Oscar 59. Thank you, QRZ, Victor Papa 6 Delta X-ray.
Charlie Golf Hotel, 59.
November 4 Lima Papa Delta 59.
Thank you. F1 inspection. F1.
Thank you, QRZ, Victor Papa 6 Delta X-ray. Here is the island of Ducie in the South Pacific.
18165.
73 is QRZ, Victor Papa 6 Delta X-ray.
Victor Papa 6 Delta X-ray.
Alpha 5 North Charlie 59.
So the crew of Braveheart did that at the chimney, our local of our expeditions. So that was the end. So if there's any question,
He was asking for the problem of
the witness.
Más preguntas, por favor.
Nobody is living on the island.
Pardon?
Nobody is living on the island.
No, everybody's living there. Nobody's there. It's far away.
We want to ask you if, in order to prepare the operation, any of you went to the island before?
No, nobody. We had information from J1BK, who has been there for the first time, and the rest of the people who has been to the island before, the other previous expeditions. One expedition couldn't make it because of bad weather a couple of years ago, and they came back. They postponed the expedition. But we were very lucky, as I said before, with the weather. It was fantastic.
Las preguntas, sí, por favor.
Yes. One question. Have you tested SBDAs not only at the seaside, but on the normal soil?
Yeah, no, we use this only close to the water. Nobody else, I don't have any idea if somebody else used these VDAs in the soil.
And no ethnic modeling or something like that? Yeah?
Pardon?
No ethnic, no software modeling or something like that? You haven't done it? Software modeling. Yeah, another question about the Foursquare. Why putting so many radials instead of putting the radials inside the water?
Probably the guys who designed the antennas, they said it would be more effective if we have more ground, a better ground. That's why.
Instead of using the seawater?
I don't think there is any other reason. The more ground, the radials you have, the antenna will be better.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Más preguntas.
So, I would like to thank you, and before I leave here, I would like to congratulate everybody who makes this Congress so successful, and I'm really impressed. And I would like to say to all of you, have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. For the next year, let's say we'll have better conditions, better propagation. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Kay, for that opportunity to enjoy VP6 DX in first person. As I said in my presentation to you, on 1993 VK0IR made a new style in this condition, and now we make a new one. So no one will be the same after VP6 DX. So in the name of the Spanish community of DX, we are very proud, and we would like to thank you once again and give you a small present in order to remember you were here with us. So thank you.